BBLs look nasty. They look nasty. It's time to go natural.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but girl, you do not need a BBL.
I just saw a BBL in real life for the first time, and that shit looks so fucking stupid. Oh my god.
Everybody you have ever wanted was a trend, and somebody got rich selling it to you. The BBL is the deadliest cosmetic surgery on earth.
Have you heard of the other really bad complication you can get from BBLs?
No.
Death. It's the most fatal operation in all of plastic surgery.
Wow.
1 in 3,000 women who took it never wake up. And the same celebrities who sold you this body are paying fortunes right now to reverse theirs.
Can small butts remain a thing forever?
Over the past few years, Kim K's butt has become obviously significantly smaller.
So today we're pulling apart the whole thing and let's get right into it. Let me set the scene. The BBL is no longer a celebrity thing. It's no longer a rich girl thing. It's everywhere. The Brazilian butt lift has exploded into the fastest growing cosmetic surgery in the world, a 77.6% increase since 2015. Teenagers as young as 18 are walking into clinics asking for it.
19-year-olds out here getting BBLs, breaking the bank for BBLs. Your body hasn't even finished growing.
No one should be able to consent to a cosmetic surgery or procedure without a medical indication until our frontal lobe is completely developed, which is the age of 25.
Mothers are getting it after childbirth as a mommy makeover. This is no longer a trend. This is a global obsession. And to understand why, we have to go back to where it all started. The female body has always been a trend. In the 1950s, the world wanted Marilyn Monroe. Soft, curvy, hourglass. In the 1990s, all of that went out the window. Now they wanted Kate Moss, heroin chic, bones, bones, and more bones. If you had hips in the 90s, the fashion industry told you to go home. Then came the 2000s, and this is where things shifted. In the early 2000s, female bodies in music videos were decoration. The girls were what the industry called human wallpaper. They stood next to the male rapper, looked pretty, and remind you that he was rich. But around 2003, the rap industry stopped caring about the face. It became all about the body, specifically one part, the behind. Video vixens like Buffy the Body and Delicious built entire careers on a specific silhouette, and the music videos stopped showing the girls' faces. They just showed the back. So for almost 2 decades, the average person only saw this body type in 3 places: music videos, strip clubs, and nightlife. That's it. In our brains, we built a strong association. Big behind equals club. Big behind equals adult entertainment. Big behind equals after dark. Hold on to that thought, we'll come back to it. Now, we need to talk about the surgery itself. The BBL was invented by a doctor named Ivo Pitanguy. Yeah. He started doing Botox surgery in the 1960s and published the first paper on it in 1964. But here's what most people do not know. The original BBL was not for vanity. Dr. Pitanguy used this technique on burn victims, people with pelvic trauma, women who had lost massive amounts of weight, and patients with serious deformities. He was a reconstructive surgeon. He was not trying to give anybody a Megan Thee Stallion body. He was trying to help people whose Botox had collapsed because of injury or illness. The procedure was so uncommon that the American Society of Plastic Surgeons did not even start tracking BBL statistics until the year 2000. This is how niche the surgery used to be. So when did it become a trend? 2 words: Kim Kardashian. When Kim went viral with that 2014 Paper magazine cover balancing a champagne glass on her behind, something broke in our culture. Suddenly, every woman wanted that exact silhouette. 2018, the BBL was officially the fastest growing cosmetic procedure in the world. The number of BBLs done in America more than doubled between 2013 and 2018. The Kardashian effect was real, and the entire planet drank the Kool-Aid.
That's because the Kardashians brought in the BBL and the boob jobs and everything else. And I think that
It's weird how everything's a trend.
so the Kardashians are responsible for body trends, where the people, I think, and they're kind of are and they're kind of not. It's not fair to blame them as the family for everything, but they do seem to be the start of a trend.
Do you remember in the early seasons of the Kardashians, when the family was really rising in fame, Kim in particular, I think, had just become the most Googled woman on earth, there was a lot of speculation that she had a BBL. And she went on a TV show, like a daytime TV show, and had an ultrasound of her butt to be like, see, there's no implants.
I am so glad that I did this x-ray just for the fact that my sisters annoyed me and were picking on me just to get at me.
No implants.
And the whole world doubting me. This x-ray is like the best thing I ever could have done.
And I remember seeing that when I was younger and being like, oh, so that's just how her body naturally looks. Why would you put yourself up in that position if you're not telling the truth? Now, knowing what I know about BBLs, because plastic surgery conversations are everywhere and I feel like we all just become so educated via osmosis, I know that the average BBL is done where you suck fat out of other areas of the body, typically the stomach, upper arms, those kind of areas. You purify that fat and then you get it put into your butt. I just find that to be such an interesting decision because I think we can all pretty safely say that the Kardashian family have been fans of the BBL procedure.
Let me explain what actually happens in a BBL. It is not implants, it is not silicone. The surgeon takes fat from one part of your body, your stomach, your back, your thighs. They suck it out with liposuction, they purify it, then they inject that fat into your butt. That's it, that's the surgery. Your own fat moved from point A to point B. It sounds simple, it is not. The second that fat gets injected too deep into the muscle, it can enter a vein, travel up to your lungs, block the blood flow, and kill you within 24 hours. It is called pulmonary fat embolism, and it is the leading cause of death in cosmetic surgery worldwide.
The most fatal operation in plastic surgery.
BBL?
In your butt, there's these short, kind of wide blood vessels that are very closely connected to the main vein going back to your heart, the vena cava.
Oh no.
So if
our S is connected to our heart?
Yes.
No wonder I love that.
So if you inject it by mistake into one of those blood vessels and it gets into the main vein going back to your heart and it goes to your lungs, you die. Used to be 1 in 3,000 people die. That's very high for an operation.
So just to be clear, when the girls say BBL is just liposuction with something extra, that is a lie. It is the most dangerous cosmetic procedure in the world, and yet the girls keep booking. Let me give you some recent names. March 2025, Deadliest Rosa, 26 years old, New Orleans police officer, army reservist. She flew to Miami for her birthday, got a BBL, and died from a pulmonary embolism days later. Gia Romualdo Rodriguez, 46, from New York. She flew to Miami for the same surgery. Her oxygen dropped during the procedure. She never came home. Leah Cambridge, 29 years old, mother of 3, died on the operating table in Turkey. These are not isolated cases. These are just the ones that made the news. For every famous case, there are dozens of women whose deaths never trended on Twitter. And the wildest part is that the girls know. They have seen the stories, they have watched the documentaries, they have read the warnings, and they still book the flights. That is how powerful the pressure has become.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but girl, you do not need a BBL. A BBL is literally the most dangerous cosmetic procedure that there is to go and get. Yet people really want to get this procedure. And I just question, is it actually worth risking your life? Yes, risking your life. Is it worth risking your life for some arch cheeks? Let's be for real. And I feel like anyone who does have this procedure done needs to be a lot more responsible in the message that they give out to young girls. People have lost their mothers, people have lost their daughters going to get this surgery done. And I don't understand why it's still happening. Men will not love you more. People will not love you more. Love yourself more.
Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room, the pressure. Nobody is risking their lives for a bigger butt because they woke up one Tuesday and felt like it. They are getting BBLs because society has been telling us, especially Black, Brown, Latina women, that our natural bodies are not enough. Black women have been hypersexualized in media for decades, from the slave era when our bodies were displayed as exhibits, to the music video era when we were reduced to body parts, to today when a slim Black woman is told she has no shape.
Being slim is the Western body standard, not the Black, Caribbean and African body standard, yeah? The Black body standards for women is different for the white body standards for women, okay? In Western society, white women for a long time have wanted to be skinny because that's the expectation that's enforced upon them. Even models are always really skinny, right? Now, in the Black community, Having more accentuated body features such as having bigger boobs or bigger bum has always been a thing, and no one can deny that. Now, in this modern age of BBLs and social media, the whole issue has been made worse. Like, it's been made worse. Boys will be seeing from a young age, will be seeing their favourite rappers and all of that, having these video vixens that have these big boobs and big bums, creating this false narrative of them thinking that every female is built like that, and thinking that girls are going to be built like that from a young age. Therefore, girls, black girls that are slim, will be bullied in school. I've been bullied in school and mocked by boys. They'll be calling them, saying they look anorexic, saying they're flat, they're this and they're that. I'm speaking from experience because I got bullied when I was younger because I was skinny. Also, another factor that contributes towards it is social media. Social media is full of loads of grown black women that are getting BBLs. People like Cardi B, Ari Fletcher, all of these people display this unrealistic beauty standard, showing that black women having these types of body. Not every black woman is going to have this figure. This makes younger girls think they need to be built that way.
And it's kind of ironic because that same body type is what is being appreciated in the white culture. As a slim black girl in the black community, you might not be seen as the ideal, but in European standards, you are the standard, you are the ideal. There is this thing in the black community. If you're slim with no curves, the comments are brutal. You look like a bird. You have no shape. What is your boyfriend even holding? And online, it is worse. Strangers in the comments telling you to go get BBL like everybody else. There are TikToks of men ranking women's bodies, and a flat behind automatically puts you in the lowest category.
As a man, I don't plan to work 10 hours and come home and look at a flat ass. Like, no, we're not doing that, man.
What's a red flag in a girl?
I don't like flat nyash.
Why is that? What's wrong with flat yash?
It's dry. You know, it's dry. I like something soft, something big nyash.
So a young girl scrolling through this every single day starts to internalize it. She starts to think, maybe my body really isn't enough. And by the time she's 23, she's on a flight with her cousin and her savings, hoping she wakes up. That is not vanity, that is a trauma. But here's where it gets messy, because society did not just create this pressure. Society is the loudest critic. The same internet who begged you to get a BBL will turn around and bully you for having one.
Ladies, it's time to go back natural. And I know it's natural girls out here, but it's time to just go full natural. Them BBLs look nasty. They look nasty. It's time to go natural.
Other hundreds of BBLs that I have seen, I hate them. Okay, I don't hate them, but I just really don't care for them. Some of them that I've seen, I don't like the way they look. I don't like the way they sit. I don't like the way they hang.
I just saw a BBL in real life for the first time, and that shit looks so fucking stupid. Oh my god, that looks so bad.
There's a whole trend on TikTok right now where people film BBL skirts in the wild. Girls at Target, girls at the gas station, girls in their corporate jobs, and the comments are merciless. Why is she shaped like that at Walgreens? This body is not for the office. BBLs only look right in the nightclubs. Somebody compared seeing an extreme BBL in public to seeing a Cybertruck in traffic. Everyone just stops and stares.
I said seeing a BBL in public feel like seeing a Cybertruck on the road. Cause like that ain't normal to see, especially during the day. Like it should be like a nighttime thing only, right?
Yo, so there's like a I guess a decently famous like influencer or micro celebrity that's in the area, but y'all weren't kidding. Like she has a BBL, right? And in pictures, I guess it looks somewhat proportional, but in real life, like that shit looks monstrous. Jesus Christ, that shit is massive. It does not make sense.
Imagine paying to overly sexualize yourself just to get offended when you get overly sexualized. I'm not gonna lie, that's exactly what these BBLs is doing to y'all. Y'all literally just asking for it at this point.
I get the joke, but it's also kind of sad because we have decided as a society that certain bodies belong in certain spaces. We have literally said this body shape is not acceptable between 10 p.m. and 4 a.m. What is that? When did bodies start having a curfew? And the collateral damage, women who are naturally curvy, they are constantly being accused of getting a BBL.
To laugh, I try to make this video like 5 times, but my body is real. Look. My thighs match. I don't know what to tell y'all. I'm just, I really don't. My body's real. All the haters, leave me alone. Like, I don't know, go to school, I don't know, real bodies, learn about it.
It's like we've all lost the plot. We've forgotten that there are actual women who have these curvaceous bodies. There are women that are naturally built like that. But because we are so used to seeing surgically enhanced bodies that we don't know what a real body looks like anymore. So these women are being told they look like a stripper just for existing in their own skin. Make it make sense. And here's the plot twist. While the regular girls are still saving up for BBLs, the celebrities who started this whole trend are quietly reversing theirs. Kim Kardashian, the woman who arguably launched the entire BBL economy, reportedly had her BBL reduced. People online have nicknamed her new shape the Country Club BBL. More subtle, more natural, more boardroom. Her sister Khloe reportedly followed. Cardi B has openly talked about her BBL reduction. She spent 3 months bedridden after the surgery. She had to be cut from the bottom and the top.
Jesus Christ. You so much ass. Yeah, I gotta say, that was the most ass I ever seen. I'm taking some out. After the store, I don't want to hear nobody for 3 months. I'm going to Colombia. Nobody hit me up. Nobody nothing. I'm taking this ass out.
Caesar told British Vogue, and I quote, "I'm so mad I did that." She gained weight from being immobile during recovery and called it stupid. Stacey Karanikalao, Kylie Jenner's best friend, said she felt pressured into getting a BBL and is actively trying to fix it.
The reason why I'm sharing my experience currently is because I wish I had someone that showed me the not glamorized side of plastic surgery when I was younger and I was 18 and I made this decision, that have actually been for years trying to reduce and fix, and just it's actually something that has made me more insecure. I just feel like this was a mistake I made super young, and I shared my experience now because I'm hoping that I can help anyone. At the end of the day, that's all I care about.
Black China, now Angela White, has publicly removed her cosmetic enhancements. She wants to return to a natural baseline. You see the pattern. The women who sold us the BBL dream are now selling us the BBL reversal. And here's the wild part. A BBL reversal is even harder than the original. Once that fat has settled, you have to liposuction it all back out. You will likely have loose skin, sagging, scarring, asymmetry. Some patients say the reversal pain was worse than the original surgery.
Look at the Kardashians, everything is the ratios are coming back to a more normal ratio. The era of the BBL, the big butts, tiny waists, and now, you know, we have the reverse happening. But that's not an easy thing to reverse. You know, taking fat out of someone's butt is not something that is easy to do.
Would you say the Kardashians are basically setting the trends for plastic surgery?
I think the Kardashians and the Jenners have been setting trends in plastic surgery for like 20 years.
So now we have a generation of women paying $25,000 to add fat to their bodies, and 5 years later paying another $30,000 to remove it. While the trendsetters move on to the next aesthetic, we are being used as test subjects for a trend we did not even create. So what is the new trend? It is called the ballet body. According to the American Society of Plastic Surgeons themselves, the trend has shifted from more curves to slim, lean, ballerina-like physiques. Their own president said, and I quote, "There really has been almost a decade of more curves are better, and now it seems like we're taking an abrupt turn to something a little bit more slim. Demand for liposuction is up, demand for breast reductions is up, demand for BBL reversals is up, and demand for Ozempic, the weight loss drug, is through the roof." Picture this: a girl in 2020 took out a loan, flew to Miami, got a BBL. She has been paying it off for 5 years. She's just now feeling confident in her body, and the internet has already moved on. Now she has to lose weight, reverse the BBL, get her face dissolved and start over. It is exhausting, it's expensive, and it is by design. The beauty industry needs you to hate your body, because if you ever loved your body for more than 30 days, they would all go bankrupt.
Influencer today posting from a surgery recovery room, reducing or reversing her BBL. If this is not a sign to stop permanently altering your body based on what is in trend, I don't know what is. The amount of celebrities and influencers I see who are reversing surgery right now because the body trend has swung back the other way. I am not anti-plastic surgery by any means, but I do think as women we need to collectively stop deciding a body can be in or out of trend, especially if it requires going under the knife.
Let me bring this all home. The BBL is not just a surgery. It is a mirror. It is showing us exactly what we value as a culture, what we would rather risk our lives for rather than being called shapeless. That even when we change our bodies, the world will still find a reason to mock us. Now, let me be clear. Some women got BBL because they just want their body to feel more proportional. Maybe they had babies and things shifted. Maybe they lost a lot of weight and their shape went with it. Maybe they were born without the curves they always wanted and they finally have the means to change that. That is completely understandable. If that is you, I respect it. Get what you want, look how you want. So that's my hot take on this whole BBL trend. This is something that is still ongoing. It's crazy to see how we as women, especially black women, Latina women, brown women, how we've been brainwashed to think that a slim girl is shapeless, how you need to have a protruding backside to be seen as beautiful. So let me know your thoughts about this whole BBL thing and about chasing trends and about this whole curvy body is better in the black community. Let me know if you've had any experiences of this as a black woman, a brown woman, or even a white woman. If this video made you think, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching and I'll talk to you guys in my next one.